followed by Mayor of the Town with Lionel Barrymore.
From Hollywood, California, one great hour of entertainment, two great shows. Bob Burns, the Arkansas Traveler, and Lionel Barrymore, the Mayor of the Town. First,
down in Arkansas.
They hang their stockings up so neat, but Uncle Fudd has got that beat. He stands his socks up on their feet.
Down in Arkansas.
Wednesday night, and Lifebuoy presents The Bob Burns Show, bringing you latest news of those kinfolk in Van Buren, more doings of the Arkansas Traveler, Spike Jones and his city slickers. Now, here he is himself, Bob Burns.
Well, I see that people are getting sensible about Christmas. Now, you take Spike Jones and his boys. Now, they didn't go out. They gave me the finest present. They didn't go out and just each one get some little knick-knack and give it to me. They all put the money in together to get me something nice. And I just want to tell you boys, Spike, that I appreciate that present you gave me. And I appreciate all the feeling and sentiment and the box tops that went into it. It's sure enough, it's just what I wanted. I always did want one of them little glass pickle dishes. I was going to get you boys something for Christmas, and I went downtown shopping, but I tell you, I just didn't feel like getting in there and fighting all them women. It was shopping. I'm telling you, it's bad. I saw one poor man there that the women had knocked him down. I don't know how long he'd been laying there. They had already painted a white stripe down his back to separate the east and west traffic. And he tried to get up, and the women knocked him down again. And I went over to him. I says, "Brother, here, I'll give you a hand. I'll help you up." He says, "No, it ain't no good. The women will just knock me down again." And I says, "Well, you won't get through with your Christmas shopping in time to get home for Christmas." He says, "What do you mean Christmas shopping? I'm still trying to get home from last dollar day." You know, that one poor fella, he got in an elevator with them women, and the only man in the elevator, and he had on a pair of spectacles. And by the time he reached the second floor, all he had left was a glassy stare. And, you know, I just didn't shop at all. I didn't go out and buy anything. I made all the presents for my family right out in my own workshop. I made my children some little wagons with wooden wheels and some little windmills. And I made my wife something that I thought was awful useful. I made her a new washboard with a built-in radio. That's right. I thought it would just take a lot of the weight off of her labor if, make it better for her. If she can be out there, and while she's washing out my heavy underwear, she can be listening to Spike Jones sing Der Fuhrer's face. But now then, nothing in the world makes work easier than having beautiful music to inspire you. And you have no idea how Spike Jones and his city slickers lighten my burden here on this show while I'm working my fingers to the elbow. Tonight, Spike's contribution is going to be it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a Christmassy little novelty, and it's going to be played entirely with toy instruments. From here, I can see a mama doll and a papa doll and a kid's tricycle. Well, all kinds of toys. I can't wait to hear what kind of music the boys are going to get out of them. Hurry up, Spike.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. bells are about to ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
"'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not a one.
Whoa, Comet! Whoa, Cupid! Whoa, Thunder and Blitzen! I gotta straighten out this fireplace one of these days.
Well, sir, that's the first king-size spirit of New Year I ever saw in my life. Well, I want to thank you, boys, just for doing such a swell job on that number. I'm going to have Dick Lane tell you a nice little story about the night before Christmas.
You mean it was the night before Christmas and all through the house?
Yeah, that's the story I mean, Dick.
Well, you see, it was so quiet around the house that night that the kids would hear a pin drop. You'd even hear somebody that whispered, "B-O." But the kids all hung up their stockings and go to bed. They were dreaming about all kinds of toys. And their mother got to bed and they refreshed themselves after a nice bath. That's a proper treatment if you're going to have B-O, you see. Now, all of a sudden, there was a big clatter and looked down the lawn. Daddy would look down the window, threw up and such. There was a tiny little reindeer. There was not one of them named B-O. No, sir. There were Dasher and Brander and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Dunder and Blitzen and flew up and zoom up to the top of the chimney and Santa Claus zoomed down the chimney. There was a bundle of toys and a nice cake of life boys. So never in the house there wouldn't be any B.O. With a wink of his eye and a twist of his head, he started filling up the kitty stockings. He looked around and he was Merry Christmas away, and it flew up in the chimney again. I was climbing to his lane and he said, "Happy Christmas to all," and Happy Christmas. And the next morning, everybody took a life boy bath, and that's the end of my story.
Well, that's fine, Dick, but I'm sorry. I didn't quite catch what you said in the third line from the beginning.
Well, you mean about all the people who go through life not even knowing they offend with...
That's it. I remember now.
Well, you see, Christmas time isn't such a bad time after all to remind people of the old maxim of doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's certainly a sign of being considerate when you're careful and take a daily lifebuoy bath.
Oh, yes, I remember you saying something about a daily lifebuoy bath. It all comes back to me
Well,
now.
of course, some people like to take that lifebuoy bath at night, others in the morning. It all depends on your point of view. However, in the story of... that you remember that it was the night before Christmas also, there was sound of a lifebuoy shower being taken in the bathroom. That was because in a merry season like this, nobody wants to be guilty of anything so dismal as... And that's the end of my story. And now, let's all get down to the newspaper office, where the Arkansas Traveler and all the gang are just winding up their office Christmas party.
Well, I guess the party's all over.
I guess it is, Dewey.
Yep, party's over.
And now comes the cleaning up. That's the trouble with parties.
Let's wait till tomorrow to clean up.
By golly, Pat's got sleigh bells on that car. He's a card, ain't he?
Yeah, regular life at the party. Well, come on, Julie. Help me find a broom.
Those sleigh bells sound like Santa Claus.
Sounds like Santa's reindeer missing on a cylinder, though.
Hey, Dewey, did you put this white stuff all over the floor?
Oh, that's artificial snow for atmosphere.
Well, next time get some atmosphere that's easier to sweep up.
Still snowing out. Been snowing all day, too. Guess we'll have a white Christmas, all right.
Well, don't they have snow for Christmas everywhere?
Oh, no, Dewey. Out in California, for instance, sometimes they have rain.
Rain for Christmas?
Yep. One year out there, I remember they had so much rain that Santa Claus couldn't use his reindeer and sled at all. He showed up with 4 seals and a surfboard.
Oh, boy.
Dang it, Dewey. Lift your feet up so's I can sweep under them.
Yeah, Dewey, and help Julie with all that cellophane and wrappings and stuff.
Oh, I'll carry it out for you, Jolie. I was saying, Nellie,
I guess I better get busy myself.
No, no, Traveler. You've done enough for today. Well, you not only got the paper out, but you had all that extra work. Carrying baskets and toys over to the poor side of town.
Oh, hold on now. Don't start buttering me up. It's the folks that came through with money for our Christmas fund that really delivered those things.
Well, your editorial brought in the money. Oh, look. Look, Traveler. Look at those enormous snowflakes flying against the window. Oh, gee, aren't they beautiful?
Mm-hmm. No 2 flakes alike. But every one a masterpiece that no man could duplicate. Say, look out there. Somebody's walking through all that snow.
Oh, it's so dark. Why, it's old Harvey Thomas, the postman.
Yep, delivering his last load of cards and packages, I guess.
He's heading this way. Traveler, do you think he has something for us?
Can't tell. Harvey zigzags all up and down the street. Say, did you ever stop to wonder how many miles a postman walks in his lifetime?
Well, he is coming in here.
Yep. Julie, go see if there's any hot coffee left from the party.
That's a good idea.
Well, good evening, Harvey. You're working late tonight, ain't you?
Good evening to you. Late? Well, yes. Got to get mail to the folks it's meant for, though. My goodness, yes. Especially this time of year. Now, let's see. I got a letter for you somewhere here.
Take off both your mittens, Harvey, and warm your hands a minute.
Yeah, thank you. Now, let's see. Yep, now here it is. Christmas card for you, I guess, or letter. Maybe it'd be a letter from someone of your family, huh?
No, I haven't got any family, Harvey.
Man ought to have a family, especially around this time of year.
You got a family, Harvey?
Well, not a big family. Just me and my boy. Boy's been away some years now, though. He went to college, you know.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, my, yes. He worked his way some, and I helped out some, and he was doing fine till the war come along.
Enlisted, did he?
Oh, yes. Don't know where he is right now, but I guess he's doing well. Wherever they put him. He's a fine boy.
Don't put on your mittens again yet, Harvey. Julie's bringing some hot coffee, I think.
Oh, I say now, that'd be fine. It's mighty cozy in here. My, ain't that a pretty tree you got there?
Oh, yeah, we had kind of a Christmas party for the staff here.
Always did like to see a Christmas tree all lit and sparkly like that. I see quite a lot of 'em around town, setting in folks' windows when I deliver mail.
You only see 'em from the outside looking in, huh?
Well, yes. We used to have one our own selves, of course, when Mrs. Thomas was alive and the boy was with us. My, we had fine times, I can tell you.
Traveler, I'm so sorry, but there isn't any coffee left at all.
Well, think nothing of it, Miss Julie. Time I was getting back on my route, though. Snowy weather like this slows me up some.
Golly, I've never seen so much snow.
Well, now, the first year I delivered mail, we had a real storm. That was the blizzard in '98. Let me take one last look at that tree before I go. My, that tree is certainly a pretty thing. Well, good night to you.
Good
night, Harvey.
Poor old fella. Oh, what's in that letter he brought, Traveler?
I was just looking to see. Why, it's a check and a note. Contribution to a Christmas fund that got here too late. Read this, Julie.
This check is for a special case. I wanted to bring a happier Christmas to one of the boys in Uncle Sam's army, to find some man in uniform who really needs remembering, and to give him a good time. From S. Claus.
Well, S. Claus has given us a job to do, Julie. We'll have to get busy. You get on that switchboard. I want to talk to the USO, and I want to speak to Colonel Draper at the Army camp, too.
Colonel Draper?
No, none of the men here at camp fits your special case, Traveler. Uncle Sam is taking very good care of us. All the gifts sent from back home got here safely. We have camp shows for the men, and a dinner that'd knock your eye out. turkey, and all the fixings. No one will have a better Christmas than the men in the armed forces.
Mrs. Nesbitt, USO.
The men on leave? Why, bless your heart, they're all doing fine. Not only here in our town, but everywhere. The doors of American homes are swinging wide open to welcome the boys in uniform. I wish every mother could know that. Wherever her boy may be tonight, we'll all do our best to see that he finds a home this Christmas Day.
Doggone it, we got to find some man in uniform who's been overlooked.
Well, nobody like that in the hotels, they say, but how...
Nobody like that at the railroad station.
Nor at the bus depot.
Nor at the Army camp, nor the USO Hospitality Center. Say,
Well, what is it, Traveler?
look out that window. There's the man we're looking for.
Where?
Right out there, plodding through the snow as usual.
Well, he ain't a soldier.
No, but he sure fits our case. If anybody ever needed a Christmas surprise, he does. Now, listen, everybody. So this little room is where he lives, Mrs. Mulvaney?
It is that. You can see by the look of it he's not much to spend money on himself. Sends the most of it to that boy of his. That's the lad's picture on that mantelpiece.
Mm-hmm. Fine-looking boy in that uniform.
Ah, it's proud he is of the boy. But lonely, poor soul. Night after night he sits up here, looking through his little album of snapshots. Them that they took when his wife was alive and the kid was at home.
I see. This is wife's picture?
Yes, and that Christmas card. You see the date on it?
I hadn't noticed.
It's 6 years old, that card. She gave it to him the last year they were together. And it's the only one I've ever seen him have. Every year he gets it out all over again. Can you imagine? Him that delivers Christmas things to others every year of the world has none for himself.
Well, he's going to have some this year.
Oh, here comes the folks you're expecting.
Yep, Julie and Chris and Dewey. Say, can we have a fire in this grate to take off the chill?
I'll fix it myself.
Thank you.
Come right up this way, the lot of you. Saints above, look at the bundles, would you?
We certainly raided all the stores.
Hey, I got him some slippers.
Hey, dang it, ain't anybody going to help me with this dang Christmas tree?
Help him, Dewey.
No use bringing this tree all the way from the office if we don't get it into his room.
Well, we'll put the tree in that corner and pull his armchair over here by the fireplace.
Boy, we're having another Christmas party.
Push, Julie. You can't get this through the door by riding it through. Push on it.
You go ahead and pull. My end'll follow.
Here's wood for the fire.
Don't talk. Push. Hey?
Let me through with the firewood.
I'm pushing.
Hey, what's
Let
that?
me through.
That's this dang tree.
Here, let me help.
Hurry up, everybody. He'll be here before we're ready.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Well, I guess we're ready for him.
Here comes somebody now.
He's coming, right on the heels.
But let him come. Now, quiet, everybody.
Quiet.
Stewie.
Shush, dang it.
Good evening, Mr. Thomas. You've got some company waiting.
Company? Why, bless my soul.
Merry Christmas, Harvey.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas. Is that a Christmas tree?
That's what it is, and it's yours.
And the stuff under it's all for you.
For me?
Yes, sir. Now, you come on and sit here by the fire.
Yeah, get your shoes off.
Yeah, rest your feet.
I don't quite understand.
Well, you see, Harvey, that last letter you brought tonight was from somebody who wanted to give a Christmas party to some man in uniform.
One of Uncle Sam's boys.
And you're him.
Yep, I guess you're Uncle Sam's oldest boy. You've served your country and us for years. You've played Santa Claus every Christmas in all kinds of weather, and so this Christmas party is in your honor.
My, I don't know what to say.
Here's some presents for you.
And here's some more.
My.
Well, I got one for you, too. It's something I've had a good many years. It's this Meerschaum pipe. See, it's all carved.
Well, what lovely carving. Horse, a dog, and flowers.
It's a beaut.
I never smoked it myself. I guess that's what I saved it for. Well, do you want it or not?
I don't know how to thank you. I always did want a pipe like this and a Christmas tree like that and friends to share Christmas with.
Now we're ready for the toast. Glasses, everybody.
My, this is fine. It's fine.
Listen, the bells.
They're playing Come All Ye Faithful.
That's a fine word, faithful.
Yes, sir. It means something.
Well, here's to the faithful, to the men overseas who serve faithfully.
And to men like Harvey who serve at home faithfully. Here's to all men and women everywhere who serve and wait for the day to come when we'll have peace on earth again, to all men of goodwill. Well, here's to all of them, and a very, very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
The other day, Spike Jones came to me and said, Dick, last summer I heard one of the most unusual pieces of music ever put on the air. And sometime I'd like to play it for you and Bob. It's kind of a slumber music, he called it. It's really quite a killer. This seemed hard to believe, so I made sure Spike could play it for you tonight, even though you'll have to make allowances for the time in your part of the country, or maybe set your watches ahead.
This is the hour for your life boy shower.
Yes, Spike, you're right-o. There's nothing like a Lifebuoy bath at night. So soothing, so relaxing, so cleansing. And now more than ever, people are getting into the habit of taking a Lifebuoy bath every night before retiring. You know, almost before your head hits the pillow, that familiar Lifebuoy scent vanishes. Yes, it's still there to tell you how thoroughly Lifebuoy cleanses, how different it is from other soaps. But now Lifebuoy scent is a vanishing scent. Does a disappearing act before you're asleep. So remember...
This is the hour for your life boy shower.
Take a Lifebuoy bath every night.
From head to toe, it stops.
So good night.
Good night.
Ah, Bob, that was a fine thing the traveler did for the old mailman tonight. But it sure made me lonesome for a white Christmas.
Well, I can see how it would, Dick, but, you know, it did me. I've been out here in California for some time, and, you know, I don't think a white Christmas would do me at my house any good. Because I just pray for bright weather. You know that a cold day, a cold Christmas day, or a rainy Christmas would just ruin Christmas for my kids at home. Now, it's all right. A white Christmas is all right for people. It's got a fireplace in their house, and they can have their Christmas right in the house. But we ain't got no fireplace at my house, and my children have to hang their stockings out on the incinerator. and you know but I did. This year, I've got a Christmas tree out there with all the trimming, and I've got them balls on it and all them pretty ornaments. It's just kind of sentimental in me, I guess, because I never had anything like that when I was a boy. We was so poor, we never had a Christmas tree. The nearest thing we ever had to a Christmas tree when I was a boy, Papa used to go out and get a tumbleweed and hang a tomato on it. I remember the first one down got the tomato. Now you take Luther, my cousin Luther Roundtree. That's the little red-headed boy that plays on Spike Jones with Spike Jones City Slickers. The first Christmas tree he ever saw in his life was right out at my house when he came out there the other day. And you know, before I could stop him, he had picked, peeled, and eaten 3 ornaments. That boy, it's the truth. You know, that boy still believes in Santa Claus. I knew about it when I was 19 years old. But you take now Luther, now then he's with Spike Jones Orchestra. You'd think one of the boys in the orchestra would have told him. You know, the other day we went down to a department store. I took Luther with me, and I wanted to find out what to get him for Christmas, and I thought I'd see if he made over some object, and I'd go back and buy it for him. And they had a Santa Claus in that store. When Luther saw this Santa Claus, a glint come in his eye, he didn't say a word. He walked right up to Santa Claus, and he hauled off and kicked Shanty in the shin. Luther says, that's for last Christmas. You know that I believe, though, that this year, I believe this is the best Christmas that Luther has ever had in his life because he's working. Luther, come up here a minute. I know that you boys in spite. What'd you say?
I said,
Well, I thought that's what you said. Luther, I know that you boys in Spike Jones' band, you're going to be playing at soldiers' camps on Christmas Day, and I understand you've already had your Christmas at home.
Sir, it's all over at my house, and it was a wonderful Christmas.
But did you give your wife something nice this Christmas?
I sure did. I give her a fur coat and 6 bottles of perfume.
Well, Luther, I think that's too much. You overdid it. Now, if you gave your wife a fur coat, you didn't need to give her all that perfume.
Oh, yes, I did. You don't know what kind of fur that was.
Well, now, listen, was Santa Claus good to you this Christmas, Luther?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I suppose you hung up your stocking?
Sir, and I got a can of sardines in it.
Well, now, that's sardines. That's a rare article. You want to be careful with them sardines or somebody's liable to steal them.
No, sir, they won't neither. I brought them with me. I didn't take it out of my sock.
Oh, now, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you're going around here wearing that sock with a can of sardines in it?
Sure, didn't you notice me limping?
Well, Luther, if that can of sardines hurts your foot, why don't you take it out of your sock?
'Cause I ain't hungry yet.
Well, now then, I'm gonna play a number that I've been playing every Christmas, and Spike Jones and his boys are going to accompany me. All right, boys, can you play that Santa Claus is coming to town? Go ahead, Luther.
Well, Bob will be back in a second. But first, a word about bundles for the boys. Of course, they all like luxuries. We can easily understand that. But we often forget how much of a luxury a plain, everyday thing like shaving cream can be. Now you can understand that they often have to shave with cold water or a used blade. That's why you should send them Lifebuoy shaving cream. It stays moist longer and picks up more moisture and holds it longer than any other of the drier, popular shaving cream. So remember, when you bundle up a bundle for a serviceman anywhere, anytime, put in a big red tube of Lifebuoy shaving cream.
Now, before I go here, I want to say something to all you folks. I imagine you've heard this once or twice on the radio, during this last week and the last few days. But I honestly mean it when I say that I wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, I've got to hurry over and listen to my friend Lionel Barrymore as the mayor of the town. I hope you will, too. It's right on this same station. If you just stay tuned in. Of course, I want to run over there in person because I got Lionel a little surprise, a little Christmas gift here. I hope he ain't listening, but I got Lionel a smoking jacket. I'm going to give it to him the minute it stops smoking. Well, that's all then for tonight. Good night, folks.
Bob Burns will come to you again next Wednesday night at this same time with more about his relatives, more doings of the Arkansas Traveler, and Spike Jones and his City Slickers. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.